Why were samurais bald? 皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Let's Ask Shogo. In this channel, I, Shogo, will introduce various topics about Japan to learners and lovers of Japanese language and culture. This is your one step deeper. And today, let's talk about this topic. When you take a look at the samurais in the past, you will notice that they are all bald. But they didn't naturally go bald. They shaved their heads on their own will. This strange hairstyle is called Chonmage, and it has many types and a very long history. Today, I will explain how this culture started and why the samurais chose such a strange hairstyle. And lastly, where to see this hairstyle today. By watching this video, you'll be able to deepen your understandings towards samurai culture. それでは本日も参りましょう。Let me first talk about how the Chonmage culture started. It is said that the origins of Chonmage can be traced back to the Heian era. In this time, the aristocrats wore cap-like crowns as a part of their official clothing. So they would put the cap on top of the piece of hair they tied in the back. Then eventually, the samurais started to make similar hairstyles, but their reason was quite practical. It was to avoid getting your head stuffy and hot when you put your helmet armor on. Japan is very humid and hot, so keeping your head cool on the battlefield was very important. And the piece of hair on the back functioned as a cushion between your head and the helmet. But as you can see from this picture, strictly speaking, there were many different types of hairstyles in each era. The Chonmage became a symbol of being a noble samurai, the top class in Japanese society at that time, and represented the strong will to fight through the pain as a brave warrior. By making this hairstyle, the samurais kept their spirits up. So even though the Edo period was a peaceful time for 250 years, this culture continued to exist in Japan. In the Edo period, even the commoners started to shave their heads and make chonmage because they admired the samurais. But the piece of hair in the back was a little bit smaller than the samurais to show respect and humbleness. The culture of chonmage ended by a law enforced in 1871. It was due to the end of the Edo period and the samurai era, and all Japanese were forced to have short hair and wear Western clothes. However, if you want to see the Chonmage hairstyle in real life, you still can. The hairstyle of the sumo wrestlers are actually Chonmage. This is because sumo is Japan's national sport. It helps the sumo wrestlers to keep a high spirit and fight with honor, just like the samurais did in the past. Also, the different types of chonmage represents the rank of that sumo wrestler too. Then lastly, today's conclusion. The strange hairstyle that the samurais had was called chonmage. The origin can be traced back to the Heian era, where the aristocrats tied their hair in the back to place their crowns. The samurais started to have a similar hairstyle, but for a different reason. Being bald kept their heads cool when they wore armor helmets, and the tied hair in the back functioned as a cushion. In the peaceful Edo period, there were no wars, but the culture of chonmage was very popular. It was because the chonmage became a symbol of being a noble samurai. So even the commoners started to make it. The culture ended together with the samurai era in 1871. But the sumo wrestlers are still preserving the chonmage culture even today. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. From next time you watch any samurai movies or drama, please try to check out their hairstyles. If this video helped you to deepen your understandings towards samurai culture, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. And my goal is to achieve 10,000 subscribers by July 2021, so I need your help. Thanks again, and I'd love to see you in my next video. どうもありがとうございました。